Now, another team that's having a disappointing start is, of course, Mercedes. They are fourth in the Constructors, a far fall from where they were, winning 8 consecutive Constructors titles at the start of the Turbo Hybrid era, and they're barely hanging on to that. They're only 1 point ahead of one of the teams they supply engines to, and that's Aston Martin. Had Lance Stroll taken P10, they'd be tied for that spot right now. Kobe, this might sound odd, but does Mercedes need to reevaluate their engineering team that actually builds their cars when you see their customer teams like McLaren and Aston Martin outrunning them? Dare I say, do they even need a leadership change over there?
Well, with Lewis Hamilton leaving for Ferrari, I think that this might be a good time for Mercedes, just completely clean house. And I'm not going to say start over completely, but they need to do something, because this is not the same Mercedes that we've seen. And you remember after the Sebastian Vettel era came to an end, we didn't see we didn't really see Red Bull in the same way either, and it took them a while for them to to reevaluate their program and get back to doing what they were doing during the Sebastian Vettel era, which is completely dominating. And I think Mercedes certainly has the capability of becoming that team again that's out there battling for race wins and championships again. But I really do think that they really need to reevaluate everything from the top to bottom. I'm not sure if there's going to be any leadership change. I know there's been rumors in recent years, Toto Wolff could step away from Mercedes. I'm not sure if that's going to happen anytime soon, but when you look at how far this team has fallen, I definitely think some changes are really needed. No better time to make these changes when Lewis Hamilton is going to be leaving the team, so they can just completely reevaluate the whole program.
I agree, Kobe. It's so interesting to say that Mercedes needs to have a leadership change potentially, or have the engineering team change. But at the level and the expectation they put on themselves to go out there, race for wins, race for the constructor championship, the drivers competitive for the drivers championship, they are not there. And this isn't, we had one bad car, we had 2 cars not capable of getting this done. This is at the point where Lewis Hamilton, you're losing your top driver that brought you a lot of success. Red Bull, they're still on top of it, and it looks like really you don't have anything for the McLaren team. And for Aston Martin, Fernando Alonso, 1 point behind. I think that is something where it really shows that this is not going the right direction. This isn't, well, they were uncompetitive, but they've made some progress here and there. I'm not seeing it. We're not seeing it on the track as well either. Lewis Hamilton still looking winless. This is a good opportunity, as strange as it sounds, to say, okay, we need to take the engineering team, the design team, a new direction, something to get a better understanding of these current regulations, which it just seems Mercedes have not been able to find the kind of success they did before. Toto Wolff leaving Mercedes, I think he would consider that as more of a retirement option. Like, I've done the best. I need to step back, maybe more time away from racing, because Formula One's schedule being now 24 races, 24 weekends on the road around the globe, that is brutal. I don't think he's going to say, I'm going to step down because I can't lead. I think he will do more so as a retirement role, but there's probably going to be other positions out there where they're going to be thinking about, can we bring improvement by keeping you here, or do we need to look elsewhere and hire somebody to bring the outside perspective and hopefully bring Mercedes back? Because right now, if they fall behind Aston Martin and finish behind Aston Martin in the constructors, I think they have to say, we got to make changes, because the success we had is just not producing the results we need to be successful today.